Have you ever stopped to ponder the effects of daily porn consumption on your life? We're about to embark on a journey that will shed light on how habitual consumption of pornography can subtly alter your brain's reward system, impact your relationships, and potentially affect your mental health. Our aim is to provide you with insights that can help you understand the consequences of this widespread, yet often overlooked aspect of digital consumption. Join us as we delve into the science behind how daily porn consumption can affect your life. The human brain is a complex web of connections, and porn consumption can alter its pathways. Picture this. The brain functions a bit like a city. It has roads, highways, and intersections that allow messages to travel from one part to another. These pathways are essential for every thought, feeling, and action we make. One of the most crucial pathways is the reward system. This system is responsible for making us feel good when we do something pleasurable, like eating our favorite food or spending time with loved ones. This feeling of pleasure is due to a neurotransmitter called dopamine. When something good happens, our brain releases dopamine, giving us a sense of satisfaction and reward. Now let's talk about porn consumption. When you watch porn, it's like setting off fireworks in your brain's reward system. The explicit content triggers a massive release of dopamine, creating a rush of pleasure. This intense sensation is what makes the experience so enticing. However, like a city's roads that wear out with heavy traffic, the brain's reward pathways can also start to change with overuse. Frequent porn consumption can lead to an overload of dopamine. Over time, the brain starts to adapt to these high levels of dopamine by reducing its sensitivity to it. This means that the same amount of dopamine no longer creates the same level of pleasure. This altered reward system can have a significant impact on our daily life. Activities that once brought us joy, like going for a walk or having a meaningful conversation, may not feel as satisfying anymore. Because these real-life experiences cannot compete with the dopamine rush from watching porn, they may start to feel dull or unfulfilling. This change in the brain's reward system is not just about diminished satisfaction, it's about how our brains start to crave the intense dopamine rush from porn, leading to a cycle of consumption that can be hard to break. So the next time you find real-life experiences less satisfying, remember, your brain's reward system might be at play. Understanding how your brain changes with frequent porn consumption can be the first step towards making more informed choices about your digital consumption. In a world where digital content is just a click away, it's essential to understand its impact on our relationships. Now let's dive into the realm of relationships and how they can be affected by the overuse of pornography. When we consume porn on a regular basis, it can create an emotional disconnect within our relationships. This is not just about romantic relationships. It can also impact friendships, family ties, and professional relations. The emotional disconnect happens when we start comparing our real-life interactions with the hypersexualized scenarios we see in porn. This comparison can breed dissatisfaction and unrealistic expectations. Imagine expecting every dinner at home to be like a 5-star restaurant meal. That's not practical, right? Similarly, expecting every romantic encounter to be like a scripted scene from a porn video is unrealistic and unfair to both parties involved. This expectation can lead to disappointment, frustration, and a sense of inadequacy. Over time, it can chip away at the emotional bond between partners, leaving behind a gaping chasm filled with misunderstandings and unmet desires. Moreover, the overuse of porn can lead to an unhealthy obsession that eats into the time and emotional energy we should be investing in our relationships. Instead of spending quality time with our loved ones, we might find ourselves increasingly drawn to the digital world of pornography, leading to further isolation and disconnection. So, how can we navigate this tricky terrain? By understanding this dynamic. Knowledge is power. And the first step towards maintaining healthy relationships is acknowledging the potential harm that excessive porn consumption can cause. It's about realizing that porn is a form of entertainment, not an instruction manual for real-life relationships. Communication is also key. Open and honest discussions about expectations, insecurities, and desires can help bridge the gap created by this emotional disconnect. It's about creating a safe space where each person feels heard, understood, and valued. Remember, maintaining a balance is key to healthy and fulfilling relationships. Understanding the impact of our digital consumption habits on our relationships is the first step towards creating that balance. It's about using digital content responsibly and ensuring it doesn't overshadow our real-life interactions and experiences. Now, let's shift gears and discuss another crucial aspect: the impact on mental health. Habitual porn consumption can undoubtedly have a profound effect on one's mental health. It's a topic that doesn't receive as much attention, but it's just as essential to discuss. The psychological implications are significant and can be quite harmful if not addressed. Let's begin by talking about anxiety. You see, frequent consumption of pornography can lead to increased levels of anxiety, particularly in social situations. It's a cycle that feeds on itself. The more one feels anxious, the more they may turn to porn as an escape, only to find that their anxiety levels rise even further. Next, let's delve into self-esteem. Studies have shown that individuals who consume porn excessively often struggle with feelings of inadequacy and lowered self-esteem. It's not hard to see why. The unrealistic portrayals of relationships and sexual encounters in pornography can warp one's expectations, leading to feelings of dissatisfaction and worthlessness in real-life scenarios. Lastly, we need to address the elephant in the room: addiction. Yes, pornography can be addictive, much like any other substance or behavior that stimulates the brain's reward system. The more one consumes, the more they may feel the need to consume, creating a vicious cycle that can be incredibly hard to break. Now, it's important to remember that these mental health consequences are not a given. Not everyone who consumes porn will experience these issues, but the potential for harm is there and we mustn't ignore it. The key here is awareness. By understanding the potential psychological effects of habitual porn consumption, we can better recognize the signs, whether in ourselves or in others. And with recognition comes the ability to seek help, whether that's through therapy, self-help strategies, or simply opening up about the issue. Recognizing these signs early and seeking help can prevent a lot of mental health issues. In conclusion, it's clear that daily porn consumption can have far-reaching effects. As we've delved into throughout this discussion, the consequences extend beyond the surface, impacting not only our personal lives, but also our mental and emotional well-being. Firstly, we explored how frequent exposure to pornography can alter the brain's reward system, subtly reshaping our sense of satisfaction and fulfillment. This shift can lead to real-life interactions and experiences feeling less gratifying, pushing us further into the digital realm for pleasure. Secondly, we highlighted the potential detrimental effects on relationships. In a world where digital content is at our fingertips, overconsumption of pornography can erect emotional barriers, leading to disconnection and discontentment. This understanding is key to maintaining healthier, more connected relationships in this digital age. Lastly, we addressed the mental health implications. The habitual use of pornography can contribute to increased anxiety, lowered self-esteem, and in some cases, even addiction. Recognizing these signs is the first step towards seeking appropriate therapy or implementing effective coping strategies. In summary, the effects of daily porn consumption are multifaceted and profound, influencing our brain chemistry, relationships, and mental health. However, it's important to remember that these effects are not inevitable, and there are ways to mitigate them. It's crucial to be aware and informed, and remember, seeking help is always an option.